Before anyone asks, this is not a pumpkin pimple patch. This is a pumpkin sticker on top of a pimple patch. Innovation. Hello Friendzies, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first video of Spooky Month, the best month of the year. You wouldn't think that I'm prepared for Spooky Month outside of the pumpkins and my Skiz bracelet that I got at, I think, New York Day 2 that somebody made, and it like is just for Skiz Records, so it's color coded for that album, but like it's conveniently very Spooky Month themed. You wouldn't think I'm prepared. I would like to let you all know that I'm filming this in September. Also, the reason I'm not in my skeleton sweatshirt, but I'm in my Death Before Decaf shirt is because it's like stupid hot today. I am filming this in September, but my entire house is decorated. Just not my bedroom. I wanted to add things in my room, but also part of me was like, oh, maybe I'll film in the living room this year because that's where all the decorations are. But there's people in my house right now. And I have the door shut because I have like weird stage fright. So maybe I'll film in my living room for a different video this month. Anyway, I'm trying not to make this video very long because this video was going to be longer because the books that I'm talking about today I've had checked out since July between two separate libraries, and I have, bless you Nugget, have just started reading the second one. Because sometimes you check out books with a lot of ambition and then you decide that you are in an Animal Crossing phase and Hello Kitty Island Adventure updates with Wheat Flower Wonderland. So, but today, because I said in last week's video that I was talking about books, but also like low-key spoiler alert, today I want to talk about a couple books that I checked out in July because a couple of them came out around that time or like were projected to come out, and I wanted to do like a summerween kind of read, but like I said, I've only read 2 out of the 5, so then I added 2 more that I still haven't read yet, and there's another one that I'm still on the wait list for, and one that I don't even have because I had to return it to my library and check it out from a different library, which my brother is going to pick up today, but like I wasn't going to film this video later today because he has a couple errands to run first. So let me show you the books that I have, and these are all the books that I checked out because they had like spooky themes. And that was the whole point, was to read them over the summer, to do like summerween. But that didn't end up working. So these are the books I'm reading in October. I kicked my camera and I'm realizing that I'm going to have to put stickers on these in editing because the library barcode is on them. And I'm just not trying to dox myself. So this is the first book. This is one that I actually have read, and it's Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle. The lighting is crazy. This book is fucking incredible. I think Chuck Tingle is incredible at writing like suspense and like the spooky building. This book and the second book that I'm going to show you in a minute are both, I'm gonna try to do that so I can move the book around. Both of the books I have by Chuck Tingle are like spooky and scary. This one, let me read you the synopsis. I was gonna like talk about it, but I don't want to spoil it. Something is wrong in Neverton, Montana, and that something isn't me. Welcome to the God-fearing community with a heart of gold. Nestled up high up in the mountains is Camp Damascus, the self-proclaimed most effective gay conversion camp in the country. Here, a life free from sin awaits, but the secret behind the success is anything but holy. From Chuck Tingle, beloved internet icon, comes a searing and earnest horror debut about, there's a piece of tape, the demons the queer community faces in this country, the price of keeping secrets, and finding the courage to burn it all down. Was obsessed with this book. It was, I cried a little bit because like it is emotional, but also I was just like, yeah! And also like super fucking scary. Where was like the really, it was like right around here was like the scariest stuff. The one I'm reading currently, that is also by Chuck Tingle, is Bury Your Gaze. And I'm having a great time. I literally started it last night and I'm 76 pages in. This one's great. It's also very scary. Misha knows that chasing success in Hollywood can be hell, but finally, after years of trying to make it, his big moment is here, an Oscar nomination, and the executives at the studio for his long-running streaming series know just the thing to kick his career to the next level. Kill off the gay characters. For the algorithm in the upcoming season finale. He refuses, but soon realizes that he's put a target on his back, and what's worse, monsters from his horror movie days are stalking him and his friends through the hills above Los Angeles. Haunted by his past, Misha must risk his entire future before the silver screen horrors find a way to bury him for good. Okay? I'm only 76 pages in. I started reading this last night. Again, I should have been reading these through July, August, September. I almost said October. I should have been reading them the whole time. Finally picked this one up. I'm only 76 pages in. I'm scared. I think I know something that I don't want to know because it's horrible. And I'm excited to figure out how everything happens. Okay? Next one is Someone You Can Build a Nest In by John Wiswell. Okay? This one sounded cool as fuck. Also, I love monster fucking. So, like, secession? I don't know how to say that. I'm gonna say secession. Made a mistake fatal to all monsters. She's fallen in love. She's a shapeshifter who happily resides as an amorphous lump in a swamp of a ruined manor. When her rest is interrupted by impolite monster hunters, she constructs a body fit for devouring by reabsorbing the remains of past metals. A metal chain for a backbone, borrowed bones for limbs, and a bear trap for an extra mouth, which I love that. After one incident goes badly, Secession's nursed back to health by Homily, a warm-hearted human who has mistaken Secession for a fellow human. Homily would make an excellent co-parent, an ideal place for Secession's to lay Secession's eggs so their young could devour Homily from the inside out. But as soon as they grow close, she realizes humans don't think about love that way. She is about to confess her identity when Homily reveals that she's hunting a shape-shifting monster who supposedly cursed her family. Eating her girlfriend isn't an option. She didn't curse anyone, but to give herself and Homily a chance at happiness, she must discover why Homily's twisted family thinks she did. And the bigger challenge remains surviving her toxic in-laws long enough to learn to build a life with, rather than in, the love of her life. This is gonna be fucking good. I'm so excited about it. I picked it out specifically because it sounded great and I love monster fucking. And Homily, whether she knows it or not, is gonna be doing some monster fucking. 10 out of 10. Haven't even read it yet and I'm already rating it. This one, okay, this next one I actually tried to read first before I read the Chuck Tingle books, and I think I was just like, I don't know. I feel like this needs like my full attention because I talked about in a video not too long ago that I feel like sometimes my reading comprehension has like gone downhill. So I think this book just needs me to like be a little bit more focused. It is, well, most of the cover is covered by the barcode anyway, but it's Dead Collections by Isaac Fellman. Looks cute. When archivist Soul meets Elsie, the larger-than-life widow of a moderately famous television writer who's come to donate her wife's papers, there's an instant spark. But Soul has a secret. He suffers from an illness called vampirism and hides from the sun by living in his basement office. On their way to falling in love, the two traverse grief, delve into the internet fandom they once unknowingly shared, and navigate the realities of anti-trans discrimination and the stigmas of carrying the vampire disease. Then, when strange things start to happen at the archives, Soul must embrace even more of the unknown and save himself and his job. Dead Collections is a wry novel full of heart and empathy that celebrates the journey, the difficulties and joys in finding their love and comfort within their own bodies. Vampires. This video, I'm not even really talking about the books because, again, I haven't read them yet, but I'm very excited to be reading them. I also picked up Unfamiliar by Haley Newsome. This one's younger. It's a teen graphic novel, but it looks so cute. Meet Planchette. A lonely young kitchen witch, she has high hopes for her new home, a place where she can finally be herself and maybe even make friends. Unfortunately, she discovers that her perfect house is haunted, really haunted. Ghosts live in the paintings, they crawl on the ceiling, and they pour out of the faucets. while Planchette can whip up a perfect pizza potion, getting these supernatural guests to leave is more than her magic can handle. To get out of her paranormal predicament, Planchette befriends a cursed girl, an introverted siren, and the worst witch in town. Together, they struggle to put these spirits to rest and find their own sense of belonging. Unfamiliar, a debut graphic novel based on the popular webcomic series by Haley Newsome, aka Lavender Town, is bursting with offbeat charm and a vibrant cast of wee witches and hilarious sidekicks. Love that. That's right up my alley. The other book that I don't have with me right now is the Love at Second Sight book, and the author will be here because I don't remember off the top of my head. That and Unfamiliar, because they're both, I think, I put it here. It's either teen or young adult. Love at Second Sight, but like I feel like these are very similar. They got similar vibes, and I like this is just the kind of stuff I read. It's the two extremes. The other book that I still don't have because I'm on a wait list for it because it came out in September, the month I'm filming this, but I don't remember what day it came out, but it's You Weren't Meant to Be Human by Andrew Joseph White. That one's going to be so fucking gross and nauseating, and I can't wait. It's going to be so spooky. And then the final book I have is Demon with Benefits by Aurora Asher, the third installment in the Hellbent series. They can run from their demons. The jokester of five demon brothers, Meph, wears his grin like armor and uses humor as a mask, but lately his composure has been slipping, especially around her, Iris, the blue-haired witch with the vicious temperament. Something about her soothes the darkness within him, but he's not looking for a savior. There's no such thing for someone like him. Bitter and haunted by her traumatic past, Iris Donovan isn't keen on welcoming demons into her life, even if they're her sister's friends, especially not teasing tattooed Meph and his red eyes and devilish smile. After a toxic relationship, she's sworn off commitment. She's not looking for another Mr. Damage, yet she can't stop craving what she shouldn't want. With the return of a deadly enemy, the pain they've been suppressing is exposed, and Meph and Iris can no longer deny their feelings. Before Meph is swallowed by his darkness, Iris must overcome her fears and embrace that terrible part of him. And then in red, it says they can run from their demons, but they can't hide forever. To conquer this monster, they must tame it together or lose him forever. Now, I've talked about the Hellbent series by Aurora Asher before. I want to read this book. I'm very excited. It's very pretty. I do like these books, but at the same time, I hate them. And Meph and Iris, so far, while they've been mentioned in the other two books, are my least favorite characters. This isn't even, the only part of this that's spooky is the fact that they're possibly demons and they go to hell. However, it's still something I'm going to be reading with this like collection of books. Because I'm doing, all of my reading I'm trying to do is like themes. Because maybe that'll help me read and get through my list on the library website faster so that I can get through and read these. So, on top of the two books that I don't have with me, these are what I'm reading right now. This is my Summerween reading list. Again, this video was intended to be much longer because I was going to like talk about each book, but I haven't read them all yet. I can talk about Camp Damascus, but I liked it so much that I'm going to just want to tell you the whole book and spoil everything. Essentially, gay people and demons. Separate entities, and actually on opposite sides, which the US government wouldn't believe that, but we are. We are usually on opposite sides. Especially when the US government is the demons. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and let me know if any of these sounded interesting to you, because like I said, haven't read all of them yet. I've only read Camp Damascus, but these are like my Summerween, now Halloween month reads. And I think they're really fun and cool, and I like the premise of all of them. Who knows if I'll actually like all the books, but so far Chuck Tingle is a good author. He's probably in my top 5 authors, which is nice to know, huh? So, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll leave you in the next video. I'll see you in the next video. I'm not my father. I'm not going to abandon you guys. Bye!